so honored to be able to evaluate Eric. Why? Because I remember when he first came here, he was looking for a job. He was really, and he had us pray for him. And he got the job, and then he disappeared for a while, and we didn't know where he was. But he came back with fervor, and he has brought his skill from Toastmaster to his job and back here. And we have a little snippet opportunity to be able to hear what he has learned in Toastmasters in this presentation. And I sort of snuck into the website just to know a little bit of the company Ultimate Software. And the thing I picked up was people first. And it talked about the cloud. And I said, well, how could Eric connect with the people with something tangible that they could touch and talk about the cloud? And I know you're eating at dinner, dinner time, but what if you brought a marshmallow and put it around and then talked about the cloud and talk about how dense it is and maybe connect? So that was an idea, a creative one that I had in the top of my head, so I wanted to throw it out there before I forgot. I really like the very first part. You are a man of information. You stood here and I knew you had practice, and you said, we're getting ready to dig in to this presentation. I got a lot of information. I went, whoa. I wonder how much information you had, but you did it in 10 minutes. I was very impressed because you had it memorized. Your PowerPoint was colorful. You had a lot of information. It had the colors of the website, green. I really liked that. And the three things you talked about, you said you wanted to talk about culture, product, and services. What if each time that you brought the culture, the product, the services, have it highlighted? It's just a possibility, and it's an idea. And then after each one, talk about people first, because that is the whole persona of the motto of Ultimate Software. I also like the way you connected as you were talking. You were real serious, and you were telling us about the data. Somebody sneezed, and he said, bless you. He reconnected with the audience, and I like that. And if you could reconnect even further, may I suggest humor? And here's an idea. You talked about how millennials were tough to manage, and you could bring in people first, and they really believe in people first because they believe millennials are first. You could go it like that and sort of make it funny. And another thing I liked was the PowerPoint. How many of you said how many of you were talking about the products, and you had many products out there. I think one of them was Nikon. How many of you use the products? And you could ask that in a question. So in essence, you're ready. You're ready to give that presentation, and I believe when you do, you're going to connect with the audience and make them want to buy the product. Ms. General Evaluator.